Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is batbugz, and I just want to ramble for a little bit. I just want to go off for a little bit, right? So if you'll indulge me, please stick around and hear what I have to say. So today I went out and got myself some really good barbecue. I just had some barbecue and I had some ribs. I had some brisket. Oh, it was delicious. It was nice, moist brisket. Some mac and cheese and some baked beans. A piece of cornbread. It was so good. And while I was eating this, I was like, you know what? I want to watch something that I haven't seen in a while. And so I popped on Thor Ragnarok for a little bit. I only watched, admittedly, about 15-20 minutes. And I'm probably going to watch the rest after this, but man, is that movie great. It's such a good movie. And it's ridiculous to me that there's so many people that after Thor 4 came out decided Taika Waititi should never work on a Marvel movie again. Even after he made objectively the best Thor movie in Ragnarok. It is the best one. It's like Thor 1 and 2, while not being the worst movies I've ever seen, they're boring, they're dry, they're fine at best. And then Ragnarok shows up, and it's such a fun movie. I'm not gonna say that Thor for Love and Thunder. I'm not gonna say that Love and Thunder is better than Ragnarok. It's not, but I don't think it's as bad as everybody says it is. It just does bad by the storyline that it's trying to adapt. And I don't think that's Taika Waititi's fault. I just don't think that's his style. I wouldn't want, I don't know who would be a good example here. A Plastic Man movie made by Zack Snyder. I don't think that the darkness needed in the Gore the God Butcher arc is necessarily up Taika Waititi's alley. I don't think it needs to be as dark as some people think it needs to be. I don't think you need Zack Snyder again to direct that movie, but it did need to be a bit more serious than he wanted to make it. And I get that. But at the same time, it wasn't like a terrible train wreck. It just didn't do right by Gore the God Butcher, or the tone needed for that storyline. But fine, right? Let's never have him do another Marvel movie. I want him to do a DC movie. I want him to do a new DCU movie, man. I don't know which. If I were to have my say of directors to do different projects in the DC universe, obviously I want Guillermo del Toro's Justice League Dark movie. I would love that. Give me what he had in those what is the word? The concept art that he had for that. Give me all that brought to life. Give me Chiwetel Ejiofor as Jason Blood. Hell yeah, man. Give me Zooey Deschanel as Zatanna. Hell yeah, man. I would love it. I would eat that shit up. I can't think of any other directors that I would absolutely want in the DC universe for specific projects. I mean, obviously there's a ton, right? But I can't think of any direct examples right now. Which, by the way, just announced a few hours ago, earlier today. Superman Man of Tomorrow just got announced for 2027. Can't wait. Hell yeah. Can't wait. Superman was great. Can't wait to see a sequel of it. That's awesome. But I want Taika Waititi to do a DC movie. And I think because the things that I think Taika Waititi excels at in movies is comedy and heart. Right? I've seen two Taika Waititi movies. Three. I've seen both of his Thor movies, and I saw Jojo Rabbit, which is such a good movie. Jojo Rabbit is such a good movie. It might be in my top 10. And that movie like hits you like a ton of bricks at a certain point, and it does not hold punches, right? So I think that he knows how to like craft a scene around the comedic aspects and how to play those up, but at the same time he also knows how to play up the heart of a moment, you know? So who would that benefit? What character would that benefit? Part of me thinks, and it might just be me manifesting, and it might just be me wanting this, but I could see him doing a Plastic Man movie really well. I would, if we ever do get a Plastic Man movie, which we've been rumored to get a Plastic Man movie for years now, decades even. I think I like first heard the rumor started in the 90s that we're supposed to get a Plastic Man movie starring Keanu Reeves at some point, then Jim Carrey, I think. I don't know. I remember reading about this, and I remember thinking, if they're gonna do a Plastic Man movie, I want it to be done right. I want the origin to really be an important part of it, of him being a criminal, you know, in the first half, and trying to redeem himself from that towards the end. I can't remember which version of Plastic Man this was, but I remember him being a part of Kite Man's gang as well. I remember that. God, it was a long time ago since I read like the Plastic Man comic. I so long ago. It was like, I think I was in high school when I read it. But I would love a Plastic Man movie. I think Taika Waititi would be great with that one. I think maybe he could do the Terrifics, but I feel like James Gunn wants to handle that one himself. I mean, again, the Terrifics does include Plastic Man, so so there's that. You know, that I just kind of jumped from one hoop to another. I don't know too much about the Terrifics. I know I've been hearing about him a lot more recently because Mr. Terrific was great in Superman, and it is DC's equivalent to one of DC's equivalents to the Fantastic Four. I know they have a few different ones. I don't know. I can't think of anybody else. Like, I can't think of anybody else directly that he would be great at. You know, it might also be that I'm thinking too linearly. I'm thinking more about the heroes than the villains, and we're already getting a villain movie like right off the bat with Clayface. So what about a Joker movie? I don't Joker could definitely not lead a movie. I don't know how they're gonna handle Clayface. Like, is Clayface going to be is he gonna like toe the line? Is he gonna be like an anti-hero kind of character, or are they going straight up villainous with it? Because you could do the anti-hero thing with Clayface. I mean, he was a part of the Bat family for a while, so you could like have him being more of an anti-hero, more of a Venom type, who towards the end of his run does kind of, you know, pull it back a bit, join the Bat family like he did in the comics for a little bit. And if that's the case, I mean, honestly, I kind of would love to see that on the big screen. This is me rambling. I get off topic real easy. I mean, another thing I was thinking of earlier, again, completely just sidetracked, but I was thinking about earlier is that I would love to. I can't wait, and I hope we do eventually get to see Solomon Grundy on the big screen. I would love that. If they ever do adapt, which I know, at least I've heard that The Batman partially adapts Long Halloween. I would love a more direct adaptation of that. I cannot watch The Batman. It's too slow, it's too dark, and it's too quiet for me. I'm so tired of grimdark Batman. Because we keep getting grimdark back. We keep getting realistic. What if Batman was real, right? And I'm so sick of it. I am so sick of what if Batman was real. Because we've answered that question. We answered that question back in, when did Batman Begins come out? 2003? We answered that question a long time ago. We don't need to go back to what if he wasn't fantastical. Let Batman be fantastical. But I would love a more faithful adaptation of, you know, The Long Halloween, and have that scene. I don't know if it's originally from the comics. I did not read the comic for Long Halloween. I watched the animation, which I know to certain people is blasphemy. I'm a weird comic guy. I like weird stuff. I like the DC Looney Tunes stuff. I like the Hanna-Barbera stuff. You know, I like the what ifs of Marvel, the Spider-Verse events. I like the weird, the wacky. I'm not a follower of the main continuity often, and I like the main continuity, but usually in a more visual form. Like, I need to watch more Comic Storian. Comic Storian is the absolute goat when it comes to comics. I need to watch more of their stuff and get back into that, but it's been a minute. But again, don't know if this scene was in the comic. I'm assuming it was, because I think that movie was pretty faithful. I think I've heard it was pretty faithful. But the scene where just Batman goes down in a sewer and he sees Solomon Grundy, and then he comes back for Thanksgiving and leaves him a plate. Like, I need that in live action. Give me that, man. To show that, like, Batman isn't just straight up always about, oh, there's an enemy, punch it in the face. He if he can, he'll treat the enemy like a human. That's important to his character, and that doesn't get showcased enough, I don't think. I don't know how I got here. I don't know how to segue back. I'm lost, guys. I need a map, but Taika Waititi. God, what else would he be? Like, what other characters do I think he could? Ooh, this one's kind of a bit more left field for me, but Martian Manhunter. I think he could do a good Martian Manhunter movie. I think he could really amplify the love of Choco's cookies. You know, have him always just have a box in the present day, and then to hit it home who the character is and where he comes from. You have I can see it being like that, where it's set primarily in the present and he's doing stuff in the present. Maybe this is after the Justice League is already formed and he's just kind of in the Watchtower doing his thing, but it'll flash back to his origin story, like, constantly, and show the sadness behind his eyes while he's just kind of, you know, doing his day-to-day and trying to pretend to not feel his feelings, because he's got other stuff going on Earth, and you know, and he's helping Superman, he's helping Batman, and then he's just that guy that, you know, he knows what he's talking about, but he's also just munching on Choco's cookies, and then he's got that flashback back to, you know, his life on Mars and how happy he was and how tragic it was towards the end of that, you know, leading into where he is now. I think that will be a good one. I think that'd be a good one for Taika Waititi to do. I don't know. I this has been batbugz rambling. I just wanted to talk about that for a little bit. If you liked and you want more rambling, go ahead and hit that like button and hit that subscribe button to stick around. Maybe I'll do more. You know, that's how you get notified. You hit that you hit that subscribe button. I don't know if the bell does anything, but you know what? Just jingle that bell, I guess. And leave a comment. Let me know what you think about Taika Waititi. Do you not like his movies? Do you like his movies? Have you seen Jojo Rabbit? If you haven't, go watch Jojo Rabbit. It's such a good movie. But anyway, I will catch you guys later. Peace.